This is David with the Paranormal Sessions podcast. I haven't really uploaded anything the last week or so because honestly, there wasn't anything to report on. The only thing that was a little odd is I think it was about 3 or 4 days ago, I woke up early in the morning and I saw like the outline of a man with this big bushy hair, but he was only there for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 seconds and he left. So I didn't think that was worthwhile to even upload anything on that. And then, of course, I saw the movement of the curtains, and that was the first thing I wanted to mention is that I don't think I explained it very well. When I say the curtains are moving, I have big, heavy curtains, so the curtains themselves aren't moving. Even with a fan, they're not going to move. But when I talk about that the curtains are moving, I should gone into more detail that it's actually evil spirits that are hiding within the curtains. So when they move within the curtains, it gives the impression or the illusion that the curtains are moving, but they're not moving. It's the evil spirits are moving within the curtains. So it looks like the curtains are moving, but they're not. And I never really thought about it, but I got a couple comments. People say, maybe it was the fan moving the curtains, things of that nature, which would make sense. But they're so heavy, so there's no movement of the curtains themselves. But when the evil spirits are trying to basically camouflage themselves as they move through the curtains, it gives the illusion that the curtains are moving. And the only thing on that is that I think it was just I don't know, a day or two ago, I can't remember, but it looked like there was an eye looking at me, but I couldn't even really tell for sure. I mean, it kind of looked like an eye. But I thought that I'm not gonna waste people's time just by talking about that it might have been an eye looking at me. But the thing I really wanted to talk about, this happened last night, and this is another one of those I've never seen this before. So when I've talked about the patch of white light that's on the ceiling, that's when I ask help from the Holy Spirit when it gets really bad. And so last night, I was going to bed about my usual time. So I look up at the patch of white light because, sometimes it'll shrink and then there's a few times where it's gone. And when it's gone, I know it's going to get, fairly bad, but that's incumbent on me to, be able to deal with it, which normally I do. But last night when I'm looking at the white light, it looked, after maybe looking at it for like maybe, 5 or 6 seconds, it started looking a little bit different, and it looked like it had like an upside down V on the ceiling. And I thought, that's kind of odd. Why is it, it almost looked like a pair of legs, but it's an upside down V. And I've never seen that ever in 14 years or whatever. So I started looking at it more and more, and I start seeing like movement, which was really bizarre. So I kept focusing on it, and I can't even believe I'm going to be saying this, but it was when I focused on it and it got more clear, it was like I was seeing a movie. I'm seeing all these people moving. It's kind of like at a marketplace, but this had to be, I don't know, from the clothing. I'm no expert on, when this happened, but it looked like it was 400 or 500 years ago. And you see the little kids and the people moving and all that within the white light, and I thought, I don't understand the significance. I mean, first of all, I'm shocked that I'm seeing, like I'm watching a movie within the white light. But then I go, well, God's having me see this for some reason. I mean, it's just not popping up just for the fun of it. So my best guess, and that's what it is. I mean, I'm no expert on this, but I could see things that happened several hundred years ago because you could just tell the way they were. I mean, when I saw the things, a little bit of the buildings and things, you could tell it was, they didn't have much. I mean, it had to be several hundred years ago. And I could see like children running around and people with their outfits, or their, I don't know, you can really call them outfits, but their clothes. But it lasted for maybe, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 seconds. But I mean, it was like I was looking back in the future. I mean, back in the past. Now with my visions and all that, I've seen things that are sometimes have been really old, but nothing like this. I mean, it lasted for, like I said, 10, maybe as long as 15 seconds, and I'm just sitting there shocked watching this, and you could see the kids running around and the people, I guess like trying to buy things or barter or whatever it was, they did back then. But at first I just thought I'm seeing a clip of a movie, but I could see that was actual real life, and somehow the Holy Spirit wanted me to see what was happening back then. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. But I mean, it was cool to see, but it was almost like, like I'm like in a room, looking down at the square or whatever it was, and I'm seeing all these people, and you could tell, some of them are laughing and some are, talking to other people, but I've never seen that through that patch of white light. So the Holy Spirit wanted me to see something there. And I assume it's probably going to happen again. Of course, it's only been 14 years for this to happen once, but there's got to be some significance. I mean, why would I be allowed to see something like that? That it had to be several hundred years ago. I mean, because you could tell, like where they were walking on was dirt, and I mean, you could tell, it wasn't like a sophisticated society, or at least from our, or my viewpoint or our viewpoint. But there had to be something there that I needed to see, or maybe that's like an introduction that I'm going to see more. And I've mentioned this in the past, but I haven't mentioned it again recently. Is every time I pray, I always tell God, I go, I want to see as much as I can, whether it's good or bad. And I've seen a lot of bad, but I have seen some good, and like that was good. But I hope I see more of it. But it's like I'm like there with him several hundred years ago, and when I saw that upside down V, I thought, that's odd, and and then I kept looking at it, and eventually I could see, because I started seeing movement, but it was all kind of fuzzy, and I thought, I don't know what that is. And then I start seeing the people. Now, I wasn't that close. When I saw the people, I'm maybe, I don't know, maybe 15 feet away, because I'm kind of looking down on them, like in a vision. But this was like a movie, because, but I mean, I was shocked when I saw that, and hopefully I see it again. Maybe I won't. I mean, hopefully I do, but I'm gonna ask God, if I could see that ink, or see more, I should say, because there's got to be a reason why the Holy Spirit wanted me to see that. I mean, things just like that just don't happen for no reason. There's some significance, but what it is, I have no idea. But that's got to be one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So, hopefully it happens again, and of course I'll definitely upload it. But, up until this week, there really hasn't been anything to talk about, and I don't, sometimes I feel like I'm wasting everyone's time just talking about something minor. But this, I mean, I was like blown away, and I hope to God I see something tonight. But, if I don't, I don't. But, I saw how other people live, at least for a short period of time. Like I said, maybe the longest was 15 seconds, could have been a little bit shorter. But that blew my mind. I mean, I could see the kids running around and everyone, trying to buy food or whatever, or barter or whatever it was. That was really cool, and hopefully I see it again. If not, well, at least I saw it once. But like I said, there's got to be some significance. So there's got to be something there that I'm supposed to see. And I assume, of course, I can't see everything, because I was just trying to see everything as it was happening. I was looking all around to see, trying to catch as much as I could. But that was amazing. So. Like I said, as soon as it happens again, I'll definitely upload it. But I started thinking I'm just, uploading about too many minor things, and I need to wait until there's something more significant. And this has got to be one of the top 2 or 3 things I've ever seen, at least for good. I mean, I've seen a lot of bad, but this one was amazing. So hopefully I'll see that again, and I'll think about it more today. Maybe there's something, when I play back you know, I can't remember everything I saw, but there's got to be something there that I need to see. But, you know, like I said, I just got, hopefully I can see it again, or, you know, something else, because there's got to be something there that is significant to me. But hopefully it happens again. But I'll keep everyone updated. Thanks for watching.